Welcome to week 5 of Fortnite here at the K12 Esports League. I'm Dustin Owens, one of the co-coordinators of the K12 Esports League, along with Robbie Menegdeg, the commissioner for the K12 Esports League. Robbie, how are we doing during week 5, Thursday? Let's go. How's it going? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, let's go is a great way to start. I mean, I'm feeling great. I hope our players are feeling great. It's been an awesome week 5 thus far, and I mean, week 5 means that we only have week 6 next week, and then we are into playoff time for this winter season. Cannot wait for that for sure. But as always, tonight we got two Fortnite varsity lobbies coming your way on this fine Thursday evening. Um, very excited to see these teams duke it out. We had some really fun, exciting matches last week. I'm expecting the same thing here this week. And before we get into the gameplay, or send us over whenever we're ready, Dustin. As always, a couple quick disclaimers. Number one, this is a high school esports league, so keep the chat vibey, keep it positive, keep it school appropriate. Number two, we are on a 3-minute delay, and number three, we
We
are
are
not
not
only
only
doing the
doing the
stream,
stream.
running the matches, communicating with our coaches, but also running open lobbies in the background. So a million different things going on. If we happen to go silent for whatever reason, we will be back very, very shortly. But we are into this one here. We got Peekaboo Boo on the screen, excuse me, landing at the gas station here with their teammates. Looking to get looted up, and we're looking at 79 players in the lobby today, 21 squads total. A little bit lower here today, not too low. We have seen as far as 89 players before, so you know, 77, pretty good. And this team is going to hit that truck, get that shield. What they don't know is a team did land to the left of them, so we'll have to see if they do get hopped on. We do have Stern right now, knowing that they are there. Gonna hit this rock, get some mats, and Puppy Pug getting active in the elimination feed as well as RXV. So there is some action going on around the map as usual with the beginnings here. Cavern taking down Lath. We do have the Lofka squad going up against Kava somewhere across the map. But great shots there by Stern on a Black Haven, honestly. Did poke out a little of that shield, but now on board with our Tiva crew who are in a fight. Freak are trying to run away at this point in time. Is probably going to get taken down here as Lego Master is on the chase.
Yeah, and I think just up on that other ridge there, we had, if I'm not mistaken, it was OOS. Freak gonna go down though. Lego Master being able to take that. Livid Livy and Lesage and Ivy flying them are taking some shots onto Lego Master and his team here. Going to be able to get shielded back up and everything, ready to take on this next fight. But it looks like we have some decent action coming in right off the gate. And we see on the little mini map down there several other teams kind of in the vicinity of these surrounding teams and everything. So definitely gonna have to play it strategic on some of these opening. Yeah, with Mander currently only one assault rifle and man, only 6 bullets left in that. So definitely, definitely need to get some more ammo and some materials and everything to be able to take on some of these fights in the vicinity. But they are going to get pushed very quickly. So unfortunately, they're not going to have as much time as that they would probably like to.
Yeah, this OOS squad of Mander, Livy, Seiji, and Ivy Fly in a really sticky situation at the moment. A lot of players are surrounding them, and they are getting hopped up on by Tiva. Livy taking a lot of damage here. We'll get a nice shotgun shot onto Tuna, but will end up dropping at the end of the day. Livy very looted up. In comparison to like Mander, right, their teammate. Mander trying to put the builds down for their team. They are still up at this point. Did just take a little bit of damage. Drip Eddie now on our screen trying to chase down Ivy Fly. Their teammate will hop in. Lego Master dropped pretty low, but we'll be able to get that knock and final elimination. And I believe that is one more player for the OOS Yeti still alive. That is Seiji. Does get some good damage onto Drip Eddie. However, in a 1v1, they are looking to now rotate out, taking shots on this rotation, and Tiva will melt them down. That is a squad elimination for them. First squad out of this game, unfortunately, is the OOS Yetis.
And coming on board now, we're going to have a lot of those Star Wars, Umbrian Scythe, Unknown Raven, and Electro. Having this other team in the vicinity as well. Curious to see if we're going to be able to see some of the action come up. I'm not sure who's this other team. So, oh, that's going to be the other K12 PEA team that's in the vicinity of these guys. I think they know that they're over there. It sounds like it from taking some
Oh,
shots, some good shots there coming out from Frag. And they're gonna
yeah, and so this OHVA squad of Star Wars and company, with the storm pushing them in a sticky spot here. Umbreon Scythe taking good damage as well from this K12 PEA team. Has a little bit of shield still. Electro could have had a shot there, but did not have the timing on it. MC Dagger, though, for this K12 PEA team, actually really, really low at about 50% HP here. And Zanigo actually will be taking down, who was that? Star Wars. Shout out Star Wars with the Mr. Incredible skin, taking them down, but will also go down and fully get eliminated as well on an island by themselves. However, now Sergio taking damage from the back. They are getting third-partied. Is this K12 PEA team down 2 members as well? Not looking too good for them. Getting pushed in by 3 on the Storm side, and they're going to have to run into a team of 4 on the other side of things here. Gonna be interesting to see this year. We will see Raven go and pick up that reboot card from their teammate that did drop in Star Wars, and Frag probably trying to do the same thing. Gonna get some loot here and potentially run up on Raven as they were very, very low.
yeah,
That
unfortunately
storm
for
might take them out. I believe it will.
unfortunately for MC Dagger, they also went down. So Frag is currently the only one remaining, but coming up on Sandy Strip with this full team that is currently firing upon Frag here. It's going to have to be strategic. Looks like he might go for the reboot van. But this is actually going to be the Kava team that's currently over at Sandy Strip. That was kind of keeping the pressure on Frag there for a moment, but it looks like they're going to start rotating out as the storm begins moving. Now on board with Can of Whip. Looks like they're trying to get set up to maybe use this reboot van. Gonna get out of the vicinity. Has 2 teams in between them, one being NCVA for sure, and the other one, the other K12 PEA team. So let's see if we can get on board with them and see if they're going to take this fight over to the NCVA squad.
And I mean, if I'm this K12 PEA team, I'm actually feeling super good. We got 200 HP total on all 4 players between the shield and the actual hit points, right? So they're feeling good. We've seen 2 players loadouts. They're looking good at this point in time. They just got to make this rotation to that next zone without taking too much chip damage. But Aiden Tube getting melted at the moment. My goodness, those are deep shots as well.
And we're going to go over here to Sebi with Annihilate, Lathe, and Freak. Coming back on board with them as Kava is also kind of in the same vicinity. Are able to find this slurp truck kind of in the middle, which is going to be super, super helpful to them to be able to get the majority of their health and shield back up. But they are going to be coming up here on Kava, and I'm curious. Looks like Kava is trying to continue movement, though. Trying to maybe get this high ground, as we know that they're notorious for in these matchups and everything as well. But it looks like they're going to actually come up on this other team with Anak, Nada Believa, Tangled Fern, and Eli. Trying to fight for this high ground position.
Squad. This is our cast squad. I believe that Kava is taking this fight with Nada Believa, taking a lot of damage there at the start. Those are good shots from the Kava player. Even better shots coming out of Gummy onto Tangled Fern. They will take a few, but oh my goodness, 3 players dropped just like that from that cask squad. I'm truly not sure what happened, unless it was just all Kava players deciding to go for it all at the same moment, and it ended up working out. Taking a look at this Kava team as well, we know that they love to play the rotation game and make sure that they are set up for success always, but they already have 12 eliminations to go around and 51 players still up, 17 squads still alive. They are coming into this week with a fire.
And holy cow, if you notice the map when I first brought it up, you got a lot of teams that are kind of coming in on this same vicinity, on board with the first K12 PEA team now. Hydro Falcon, they're currently firing, I believe, at Lego Master and them just down on the other side. But with another team also in the vicinity, like the two players that are down there as well, just on the back end. But currently firing on that Tiva team.
Striker took some really good shots there through the side of that wall. So whoever that player was hit some good shots. Heads up play there by Hydro Falcon to knock that build out. Unfortunately, will not be able to get any sort of damage onto MGT, but they will take the high ground advantage. Dropping down now is to New Jet. Looking to get some shots onto this Tiva team. They will opt to rotate out, get a couple of shots to connect. Is Jet on the Tiva squad way out, but looking at the next zone as well, it's a little bit of a distance to travel for most of our teams now on board with NCVA, who at this point in time, I think we're about halfway through the match here, Dustin. A little bit slower for this team here today to start this one. Only 2 eliminations, but looks like they are super looted up and pretty good on this rotation to the next zone. They will hop in there and get Electro, who was just in the stickiest situation, unable to do anything there. So now 3 eliminations for this NCVA squad on board now with Kava.
Yeah, we're back on Kava. Obviously, they have another team in the vicinity. A team right below them, though, taking some good shots there on Zamari, getting them almost all the way down. Going to try to continue putting the pressure on those builds, but Zamari and the rest of the team able to kind of come in for that. Leaf taking quite a bit of damage in that process. And Glitterjoy and all of them, I believe that's the IQLA, is that correct? IQLA.
Believe so,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, Glitchy Sharky. Yep. Or no, Glitterjoy and Zamari is ISWA. Sorry, Insight Washington.
Oh, yes, that's
my bad.
ISWA. Yep.
Very similar name there. Glitterjoy and Glitchy Sharky. Those are the two that I was getting confused. But yeah, Kava is going to continue to push.
Yeah, and they got really good damage on them as well. We're able to knock 2 players from afar, so they're going to hop in on this team with a quickness. Luckily for both these squads, they were really set in zone. Aldo's trying to get out of here. Oof. Is taken down to like 1 HP. Will end up dropping squad elimination here for Kava. And again, they are set up in the next safe zone. The only thing they're going to need to do is rotate to some higher ground because they are pretty low at the moment. On board now with Kava number 2 here. Kava squad number 2. With Freak, Sebi, Lathe, and Annihilate. Looks like Sebi potentially with the DC. I truly hope not, but they're also set up in the next safe zone. We do have 2 AM Braden from one of the OHVA teams also here. And this is going to be an interesting little engagement that does happen here with both these teams just hoping to hide out in this building for the next safe zone.
Yeah, with Tragic Naz, the other NCVA team just being on the outside. I also saw the K12 PEA team, Tanu and Hydro Falcon also just outside. Looks like Cask is also in the vicinity, Kava. Everybody who is anybody is coming to this location at Clawsy Lodge to wait, I'm assuming, for this next storm push. King Cooper and Peekaboo kind of in the middle, sort of isolated, and not unfortunately being able to be together with Subject Rex and Haven Jr., Black Haven Jr. And Subject Rex is going to have to be careful with this Tiva team, kind of push him, but taking some good shots, Braden onto Lego Master there to kind of stop some of that engagement. And it looks like they're going to continue a little bit on the Hydro Falcon, see if they can get him down. Another good shot there while in the air, but not enough to bring Hydro Falcon down.
Yeah, Braden on fire a little bit right now. Will rotate to the rest of their team here. They are actually super set up in safe zones. So shout out to this OHBA team for making great plays. I believe, Dustin, correct me if I'm wrong, but this team was the one that did get the victory royale in that second game of last week. So continuing that momentum, continuing that fire is this team, as we do have 14 squads left. And the zone is getting very, very small. So we're going to have some crazy action here coming up soon. Braden showing off their in-game knowledge and their tech, able to see that K12 PEA team below them. So just playing really good as this OHBA team, taking correct moves, using all of the game mechanics to their advantage. But on board now with NCVA, who see this Idaho team on the rotation, taking some shots down onto them, blown, not able to fully take down that player. But NCVA, look at this fortress that they have built. They're feeling pretty safe at the moment. They're just looking to try and get as much damage as possible onto these players before the next rotation does need to happen. Titan Fighter, Real Steel, Matt, and their final teammate on this rotation. They should be pretty safe because that is a long distance, but we're just going to have to see how everything does play out. I do see Anik still alive from Cass, the lone player from them. So shout out to Anik for staying alive by themselves for so long. Good shots coming out of Mega here onto that OHVA team. And again, feeling real good right now is NCVA. Even better now that the next zone is pulling right behind them. The rest of the teams are going to have to rotate into this fortress that they have built.
Yeah, and actually, two of the Vava players are going to go down. Jackrabbit and Titan Fighter currently fighting to kind of stay in there. Real Steel also going down. That is going to be an elimination on that Vava team. But Raz and the rest of this NCVA team just having this, like you said, premium type of positioning, kind of able to see a little bit of every team, and those teams are going to start having to rotate in now. IDVA currently getting shot at here by Stern. Kava is currently rotating in as well. Matt actually still surviving for that Kava team. That's my mistake. I thought they were wiped out that go round, but Matt still holding strong for that Vava team. Is going to get fired upon though, and unfortunately for that angle, Sergio, we see K12 PEA going down there. I think it's a little bit from NCVA as well as Tiva. And we have,
and it looks like we do have a strong team of 4 here in Lavka still. They do have to make this rotation, but with the full squad, they're feeling pretty good at the moment. 10 squads left in this one, 26 players. Again, NCVA still has his prime positioning here. We will see Matt was able to still rotate out and stay alive for this Vava team. Lyric Essence going down for the Lavka squad. Yoshi and Fishy, the last 2 players for the Kava 1 team, they are on the low ground. This is a sticky spot for them. Atypical of Kava to not have the best positioning, but we will see now Yoshi make probably the best play here. Does now secure positioning for themselves and Fishy for this next rotation. That is more typical of the Kava that we know. And look again at the eliminations, 21 already in this one. Anik still alive for Cask, trying to make the rotation as well. Gonna be interesting to see if they can stay alive here. Airmail Raptor will go down for Idaho as well. They were closest to where the next zone will pull, but taken down very, very quickly.
And Raz Mega.
Is she gonna shoot out those builds from Mega? Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
Coming out with the squirrel suit, trying to get in, but man, that storm is being a 10 tick at the moment. Definitely not something that you want to be in. This NCVA team currently targeting Kava a little bit at the moment, but it seems like, from what I could tell, the Tiva team was a little down in terms of their health. Anak currently holding on from the Cask team, taking this fight with Stern, doing a really good job at being able to keep them builds up. Getting some damage, yeah. Getting some damage onto Stern here. Stern, I think, going to have to try to reevaluate in terms of what they're going to do right off. Going to take some time to heal. Blown and them having good positioning. Again, trying to fire upon this Kava team right on top of this Tiva team. And I believe, yeah, is Cavern Game with Winola. Lavka team is going to go down there. Twist Anak from Cask still holding on, keeping them
strong
in play.
And only 4 squads left, and we know that NCVA is a full team of 4. They are primed and prepped to win this one. However, in the elimination feed, we'll see Anik take down Tuna. So Anik for Cass doing everything as a solo player toward the end of this one. Lego Master, last player up for Tiva. All their shield is gone. Going to be tough for them. NCBA, again, prime positioning here. They do have the high ground. They're just going to be able to rain down shots on to Tuna. Kava still on the low ground as well below them. Shout out to Stern. Unfortunately,
Oh,
got left on an island by themselves there, but a great shot coming out of Tokyo that we did just see on Anik. They are so low. Trying to push this now is Tokyo. Will end up finishing that one. Now in a 1v2 against Kava. Tokyo gonna get some take a lot of damage here. Mega will drop as well, only at 22 HP. Yoshi still up for Kava. However, they are stuck in this storm. It is ticking hard. They're going to have to rotate out here after they do get this med kit off. 2 squads left. Yoshi, the last player up for Kava, and CVA has 3 still. A mountain to climb for Yoshi. It would be an insane clutch to see NCBA primed and prepped to take this game number 1. But before we do get to that moment, shout out to Kava, won for this game here. They're going to get second, most likely, right? And had 9, 8, 3, and 5 eliminations to go around. So, I mean, 17, 20, 26 total for them is absolutely insane. NCVA, though, shout out to that team for taking the victory royale here in this game number 1. A little bit slower for sure for them as far as eliminations, but at the end of the day, they did get the victory royale, which is definitely like the thing you're looking to do, right?
very true. Well, with that being said, we are going to take a short break, get the teams into the second lobby, but we'll be back for the action momentarily. So stay tuned. All right, and we are back with this second round of our varsity lobby in Fortnite. Currently on board, getting straight into this action with Is Cavern going against Sevi and Lath. Gonna be pushing immediately to try to get them before they're able to get shielded up too much. It's gonna be able to get Lath down.
Sebi takes down their teammate.
Is Cavern though only at 44 health, and I think is gonna be able to possibly
Sebi will
get
get
that.
taken down too.
A lot of firing going on outside of here though, with another team, or I think with the other teammate on board. Annihilate. Oh, just on the outside here.
Yeah, I think Annihilate and yeah, Freak are still up. Freak was able to get that full elimination on that player before they were able to pick them up. So that's actually huge because it makes it a for sure 3v2 instead of the 4v2 that they would have been up against. Of course, we're early, so not a lot of heals to go around, but still, it's much better to know that you're going in a 3v2 against as opposed to a 4v2. Freak opportunity there to actually knock one or two of those players because everyone, as I mentioned, so low.
Oh,
Not a whole lot of heals to go around, and we will see Annihilate from this Kava 2 team be able to hop in there and take down fully this Lavka squad. So starting off hot is this Kava 2 team in that I don't want to say awkward engagement, but it was just a little bit, right? Really early fight, not a whole lot of loot to go around. Couple of players went down early, no heals. So Kava 2 again coming out on top. They are going to grab those reboot cards. They're going to try and get their two teammates back into this one. But on board now with Ronica, Summer, Taha Rose, and Mikey, who Mikey on an island by themselves. Ronica kind of close, is getting their two teammates up at the moment. However, Kava team number 1 on the hunt here for this team as we see Gummy and company slowly creeping up. So it's going to be very difficult for this team here to survive if they do actually get collapsed upon by Gummy and the rest of Kava. There's also that other team over there as well with SFX. So and we will see Summer and Taha Rose go down once again. Ronica now trying to rotate out. Will be able to successfully for the moment. Hanging out behind this tree. Taking some shots are those Kava players from the top, but they may be able to get out of here. Will not, unfortunately, leaving Mikey by themselves. Mikey's play of being on an island by themselves may work out in the end if they can grab these reboot cards and get their teammates back up. But there's also an OHVA team over here as well with Umbreon, Electro, SF, and Skylar Bear as they are creeping up on to this other squad who I believe is Kava again, right?
yeah, and back when we were looking at the other team, Twitchy Mikey actually going over underneath that bridge and is just kind of hiding out, I think, until some of this action's over. But Electro
Well,
putting some really good pressure on this Kava Rory, getting some good shots in over there. Kava Yoshi actually completely going down from Tuna.
yeah, Tiva coming in a third party this one. And it may very well work
Ooh.
out super well in their favor. If they can take down this Kava team, there are quite a few more eliminations to go around across the map. Tuna, though, taking some pop shots as they are creeping up on this OHVA squad. Will get a nice headshot there onto Electro, but again, still just taking some poke damage as they are moving forward. But now the cover fire coming down from the rest of their teammates. Tuna able to rotate very deep into territory here. Taken down to 15 HP, though. They're in a sticky spot at the moment.
Yeah, MGT coming over to try to assist, and I believe this Tiva team's coming in to finally see if they can get this down. SF going down very low though. MGT trying to get in good position with the backup and everything. Is going to actually do a little bit of fall right there, I think, unexpectedly. SF able to get a shot off, a couple shots off here, keeping these builds up. But the pressure is on currently, not able to shield or heal. Lego Master, ooh, trying to get over to him.
Pressure is on.
Oh,
But they've been able to survive for so long, and oh my goodness, able to get a crazy headshot onto Lego Master before eventually dropping to MGT. SF, shout out to you. That was actually very impressive to watch. I know at the end of the day you did get eliminated, but very good play coming from you, my friend. On board now though with Always Dan, Logan Sun, Peanut Monkey, and Rambo, one of our Wava squads. Stuck in the storm at the moment,
ooh,
with Sebi dropping right on top of them. However, Dan is somehow getting a crazy shot onto Sebi, dropping quite a lot of their shield down. They do have a little bit of rotation here to get into safe zone, but luckily for all these players, it is only a one tick, so not too bad. Sebi and Freak together now at this point in time. I'm going to keep my eye on the elimination feed. I think, yep, we will see Always Dan go down and drop to this Kava 2 team. However, they were able to get a down there. So again, I'm going to keep calling out these players that are making good plays, even though you do get eliminated. Playing very well, doing a good job regardless. But this Kava 1 team, I believe, is still down Yoshi and Fishy at the moment. At least that's what it looks like, unless there's a visual bug on our end. Rory, though, surrounded by players taking some damage. They are down to 133 health total. Jackrabbit trying to get in here. Rory doing some edits, trying to get out of here. Will get out for a second, but take another shot down to 96 HP now is Rory. Make that 22. They will drop Gummy, I believe, the last player up for this Kava 1 team. They did get second last game and actually had so many eliminations. So having a tough one here. But for this Baba squad, we did see Matt survive, I think, to the top 5 in game number 1 as well. But looking at their eliminations, Dustin, playing super good right now. Total of 8 to start this one with 38 players still alive.
yeah, and they got to feel pretty good about that coming into this round, having that placement out of the first round, and then again, just trying to get some of those eliminations up and everything. Let's head over here to Lethal Labs. Peanut Monkey and Always standing and back online, but Peanut Monkey actually going to fall to War Shards and Dizzy, this Idaho Virtual Academy team that's down here underneath Lethal Labs. They don't know Always Dan is coming in from this side. Could be very strategic. However, going in by themselves could also prove troublesome for him. Um, Coming up on Airmail Raptor, though, Airmail Raptor is going to engage in a fight and get taken down quite a bit of health there. Always Dan trying to find, but I don't know that Always Dan is 100% that the other teammates are right in that vicinity. Gonna try to back out and not take that fight initially. They just trying to push the pressure on at first. And it looks like they're going to rotate out from this storm.
Yeah, I would like to see these guys rotate out and get up together with Rambo here, which is exactly what they're doing as we are rotating to the bottom right side of the map here. Lego Master still so low from getting taken down a few moments ago that we did see on screen, but this Tiva squad coming in on fire game number 2. Got a total of 7, 8, 10 eliminations for them thus far. 40 players still alive, but Dustin, crazy to see we are already down to 11 squads total, and we are still so early in this game. So this one, gonna be moving super fast in comparison to game number 1, which in my opinion was also a really fast one. So we may be done a little bit early here tonight. Just gonna have to see how the rest of the fights of this game number 2 do play out. Tuna taken very low, 14 HP. As it is this Kava 2 team going crazy. Somehow Tuna gets an 87 shot onto that player before they drop. Absolutely insane plays. Lego Master got back to 100 health. Now on the outside of this fight, just taking shots onto these players. Nice shots onto Freak there, helping out MGT at the top here. MGT versus Freak in a 1v1 right now. Freak in a sticky spot will get taken down. Good shot by MGT. Gonna try and stay inside of this safe zone, not take that storm damage. Is that player Drip Eddie now on the low ground? Putting down some builds, making sure they're safe before they do make the rotation to Lego Master here. 2 players down for Kava that we're seeing on our screen. Lego Master still on the high ground as well. I think they're going to chase down Freak here, secure this elimination, and move forward to the next rotation and the next fight.
And as we're coming in on this NCVA team, it sounds like they were trying to actually. Okay, this is the other end of where Lath and them are going to take them down and continue moving in. But yes, I agree with you. I think this is about to get kind of crazy with where we're at in terms of the storm and the circle and everything. Still very early in the game. It seems like a lot of these teams have gone out and everything, but Titan Fighter on board at the moment, getting beamed a little bit to where their shield is completely taken away, but continuing to try to get some pressure on these other teams. It looks like he was trying to single out that one player. Wasn't sure exactly if they were from that other team or not. Could have been somebody from a different team as well. Just couldn't see their name badge right off. And let's see over here, back with the Idaho squad here. Puppy Pug coming in on Always Dan and Loganson and all them. Rambo going down really far. Peanut Monkey currently down on the ground. Is going to be able to get in that reboot van, and unless Idaho is willing to push here, may actually successfully get rebooted, but it's going to be really, really low.
And somehow we have this gravitational pull to Always Dan here in this game, as we will see Dizzy pull up onto Peanut Monkey and get them down and knocked once again, as well as finishing that full elimination. Dizzy somehow hitting some crazy deep shots onto that player that is so far away. Did see that player, obviously, you see the player model, but that was heads up. Not IQ, but heads up play, just to see that person and just say, I'm going to go for it. Quick reaction skills. That's what I'm looking for there. Again, this Vava team playing super well this Thursday evening. Again, surviving super long into that game number 1, a total of 8 eliminations right now. And of course, the caster curse may be coming in, as we'll see Jackrabbit go down, as well as Matt getting shot from behind. Logan Sun going to be rotating now from that Wava 2 squad. And Matt is going to be safe for the moment. I would love to see them push a little bit faster into this safe zone so they can fully heal up. Real Steel going to need to also get into safe zone, as well as we do see it is going to, the next zone is going to pull bottom left here. No teams outside of one superset up for that at the moment. 26 seconds until that rotation does start, so our teams have a little bit of time here. But we are looking at a total of 8 squads, 26 left. A lot of teams of 4 here, if my math is doing, if I'm doing my math correctly here.
Yeah, and you don't want to ask me. But I may have been able to survive in school, but math wasn't definitely not my strong suit. But back here with the Idaho team, kind of again a little bit of a mixture of teams in the vicinity. Dizzy trying to push on Rambo. It looks like noticing that they're a little bit isolated. Is going to get the support from their teammates, getting some good hits there on Rambo. Rambo's going to be taken down pretty low. Looks like, and they are going to get that elimination, but it does look like just above the way that Tiva team is in the vicinity. Subject Rex and 2 AM Braden looks like they're the only 2 remaining for this team at the moment. As long as that's not glitching or anything. But we do see the Tiva team just outside, along with everybody else kind of coming into this vicinity where this circle is coming up. In CVA, currently at full health, full shield, looking pretty good for them at the moment, but not actually having the high ground advantage. Who has the high ground advantage is this other Vava team with TJ Random, Empowered, King Cooper, and Pika Boo Boo. Currently sitting at 7 eliminations. Again, kind of built up in a really good spot, kind of in the vicinity, in the center at the moment. But obviously is going to have to rotate back to the purple team out there that has a little bit more of an advantage than the rest of them do, and I believe that's going to be in CVA. So they are already set up for the next circle, pretty much.
Of course, the RNG on NCVA's side in this one, at least for this particular next zone, they are in a prime and prepped position to make that rotation here. Again, 7 full squads, 20 players still alive. We're only, or I'm sorry, we're down about 8 players here. On this one. So we are getting very close to our end game in this game number 2. We have NCVA with that prime positioning, like we talked about, taking some shots, getting some poke damage onto multiple players, multiple teams at the moment. It does look like the orange squad, one of those players, I believe that's Tiva,
Mm.
was able to rotate in already, and the mad dash for rotation is happening now. Vava has made it successfully. Lego Master and Drip Eddie trying to go through and do the same thing. Matt somehow
Oh,
still alive there. Lego Master absolutely melted. Drip Eddie, same thing is looking to happen to them. Still alive at this point in time. Matt, last player to go through, will get melted down. That is that Vava team being eliminated from this one. 6 squads still left, 18 players still alive. Look at Anik once again for the cast squad by themselves, staying alive toward the end of this one. However, this rotation is going to be a really hard one to pull off. 2 a.m. Braden Subject Rex for OHVA still up at this point. They are on the low ground. Plenty of players around them as well. How long can they survive this one, especially with the zone pulling a little bit deep in the next 52 seconds here? Again, 18 players still up. We have not seen any knocks or eliminations over the last 30, 45 seconds I've been talking. I think everyone just trying to stay safe at the moment, especially with NCVA, having that positioning, able to rain down fire. But now, here we go, Dustin. The rotation game is on. OHVA able to rotate safely and successfully. They are in a fight now with Stern from NCVA. Still up are all 3 of these players in this kind
oh,
of isolated 2v1. And we will see Stern drop there. Tuna and Tiva are behind them on this one. Subject Rex, 2 a.m. Braden still alive. On the low ground is Tiva here, making that rotation. Still now at 16 players with Anik taking down Airmail from the Idaho squad. Idaho down 1 player. Stern eventually fully dropping as well. War Shards from Idaho also dropping. Anik on a tear in the elimination feed. Also able to get Lego Master, but will finally drop as well. Cask is out at 6th place in this game. 3 players up for Tiva still. A lot of eliminations for them, and we will see Tuna take down 2 a.m. Braden. Now trying to get Subject Rex, but very, very hard is the storm ticking now. Players all around them. Tuna somehow able to box up to safety. 10 players still alive. Make that 9 with MGT going down. NCVA, once again, superior positioning. They do have the high ground here.
yeah, and obviously we see how small this circle really is going to be. Having this high ground positioning is definitely the superior play in this particular chance in circumstance. Looks like they are going to do a little bit of dropping down to maybe try to push in because it looks like we only have 2 from the Vava team along with Subject. Now make that 1 from the Vava team with 1 going down. Peekaboo Boo and King Cooper down there. Peekaboo Boo being on their own. And with this push from this NCVA team, we're trying to get healed up, but is going to
And
get
this
taken
storm is
down.
hurting. Mega's going to go in. They're going to get 1. Vava is out. Rex from OHVA still alive. Mega will get, I believe, our last 4 eliminations here of this game. NCVA coming out on top. Game number 2 and game number 1 here today. This time with a total of 15 eliminations to go around for them. Shout out to you, NCVA. Played very, very, very well today. Again, superior positioning really sets these teams up for success at the end of the day, and it's true with all BRs, whether it be Fortnite here that we're playing, Apex, Warzone, you name it, any of the other BRs, positioning is everything. As we are taking a quick scroll through some of our teams and the scoreboard before it does end up timing us out. Um, is there anything sticking out to you here?
And we will lose that
We
feed.
did get timed out of that there.
That's okay.
Um,
We did see the
yeah.
majority of the scores at least coming through,
Mhm.
so nothing too bad there. But yeah, really good matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, and we did not see the Wava 1 team today, which, gave a chance for NCBA to really make their mark here in this week number 5 of the K12 Esports League, taking the victory royale in both games. Their second game, a little bit quicker as far as rushing down those eliminations, but I mean, we saw the same um, basic idea in both games. Get the high ground, play for positioning, get that damage in, finish your eliminations. Worked out for them game one and game two. But really quickly, Dustin, before I send it over to you, I do want to shout out just a few players and a few other teams as well. OHVA last week took that victory royale in game number two. Kept that momentum into this week as well. Played super, super amazing. That Vava team as well with Matt and the rest of the players on that one also playing super well. And I have to give another shout out really, really, really quickly to Anik from Cask. Survived by themselves for so long, Dustin. Game number one. Game number two, same thing. Also was getting eliminations at those end games as well. So shout out to you, to Anik. But with that being said, Dustin, I think that is it from me. We do have week 6 coming up next week, the very last week of this winter season, regular season, and then we are into playoffs. But again, I think I'm done yapping here. Dustin, go ahead and close us out with
All
our
good.
thank yous and whatnot.
No worries. As always, we appreciate your support, whether you're a player, a coach, learning coach, parents, other family, and everything that are watching the stream. We appreciate it because we couldn't do this without you. And you give so much love and energy to the players, giving them some of that energy to be able to take on this action and everything in this competition. With our streams and everything next week, might look a little bit different on some of our scheduling and everything just because we do have President's Day coming up on Monday. So technically, most of our schools do not have school actually officially that day, but we will have some coverage throughout the week. Just kind of be a little bit more flexible on that piece while we finish up this week 6, and then we are heading into playoffs after week 6, which is crazy. So it's going to be a tight race on some of these. I definitely know we have some very, very close standings within some of these game titles, including like Marvel Rivals and Super Smash and everything like that. But we'll just have to see how it plays out with who's going to make it to playoffs. But I'm super excited to be able to wrap up this winter season and see crown some champions. I
Mhm.
think it's going to be a really, really good time. So, but we appreciate you. Join us back next week. We'll definitely be here for Fortnite next week. That'll be regular. Rocket League should be fine. Marvel Rivals should be fine. Smash and Valorant are the only two that might be slightly different, but stay tuned for that. And hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you again next time when you check out the K12 Esports League stream.
Take care, everyone.